Yeah, I got away with wearing slippers for quite a while. I was wearing slippers. I was like, screw you people. Earth is my created home. So, God the Father created, hold on. The shedding Bonnie Annika of the hair dish. Okay, sorry. I don't want hair everywhere. It's like, gosh darn it. And I don't know if I'm shedding because I'm moving my hair around too much or pulling on my hair too much. I've gotten some hair doohickey things that like pull my hair out too much. I don't know if it's my fault, what fault, but like, it's like, I don't want hair everywhere. Like, it's big. You clean the car constantly all day because it's your job, but it's like, but I also don't want nothing on me. I just want to be nice and perfume, sanitizer, happy. So I don't really want anything anywhere. But this is what it is. And I'm going to tell the truth, man. You may or may not like it, but God's tell the truth. If you don't want to hear it, then it's a good thing it's just a video and you can like flip it to another video. I'm not gonna lie. Husbands are gonna love or hate the gods, and that's what day it is. The gods have disappointed the nations, and nobody ever wants to talk about it. How do you say this? Gods aren't allowed to do wrong. Let's just say this. Gods can't do bad. They can't do bad. The punishments would make you sick. They just can't do bad. The punishments will make you sick, and that's the way the gods teach every god. You are God with a title. Your title, God says you can't do bad or wrong. And the punishments are just so sickening that it guarantees you will just step down and let go of your title rather than to do wrong or bad. And that's the way gods try to make it a guarantee that gods will be good and take care of everybody or step down. But sadly, they got tempted to treat my death like shit and stuff. Now gods have to learn how to work on their morals with children of God and like humiliating shit. But that's the day it is. Husbands are finding out that their powers in their bionics are not as massive as the ones that belong to just me, because they're being dragged down by the bad morals of everything and everybody else. So husbands are looking at me saying, you want me to just keep dying? Or like, what do I do? No, I don't expect you to just keep dying. If your bionics have some god or some sister or some child that's a god, like if your bionics are pumping with power because you wanted to love and worship my sister or some god, and they are not good enough and they are diminishing your bionics and making your power and your bionics go down, just say, okay, Bonnie Annika, I just want to belong to the powers of Bonnie Annika, just Bonnie Annika, only Bonnie Annika. And then my bionics will just take over. You are my husbands, but I don't believe in being a dictating bitch. I let you as husbands worship whatever God you guys believed in, or love whatever you guys believed in, or become whatever you guys wanted to dream and become. So your bionics as husbands are full of the power of whatever God you swore you wanted to be connected to. if you're finding out that they have fucked up too much or something and they're diminishing everything when you're trying to take care of countries and very big, important, massive, real threats and stuff, then yeah, my queen. Hey, Bonnie Annika, I just want my power bionics to be Bonnie Annika. And I know I'm a husband with a bionic and I can just do the Bonnie Annika and take care of God's I love or worship and stop carrying their powers and their fuck ups that are helping me to fail or get hurt too much and shit. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Gods are not allowed to do bad. And that usually makes their powers so invincibly massive. When God does wrong, their powers are gross and allow harm and shit because they're harmful and gross. And that's, it's a learning lesson they have to learn. They have to learn now what it's like to be a gross God that would hurt or destroy or become gross. And how to go back, or can they go back to being a legendary God that was worth something, that stood for protection and love and tomorrow and didn't do wrong or bad. But you can't change that today. This is a very scary, scary fight where everybody has fucked up and they don't want to tell the truth. So husband bionics are becoming stupid and they're getting hurt and altered by these gross weirdos. And coming to me saying, why am I being altered and hurt by gross weirdos? Well, I had to research it because I would never want to believe that my legendary parents, the gods that became my fake parents, and I became the fake child so we could win, those parents were chosen. So the ones called my parents were chosen by every god in existence because they're the best gods that exist. So I wouldn't have assumed that they'd be losers and have done something wrong. But, nobody shakes your hand and reminds you they murdered in the basement last Tuesday. And no God was going to tell you they are gross and did something wrong. So these husbands are getting hurt saying, what the fuck, man? I'm the bionics of Bonnie Annika and I'm getting hurt. What the hell is this shit? Well, if you're a crazy radical, you could go to a husband that has only Bonnie Annika powers, and you could work with the gods, the children of gods and more, to work on your morals with gods, working on their morals, to boost the bionics back to a good, powerful, invincible level. If you're badass and you don't care that you walk into death at the hands of a bunch of weirdos and evil god enemies, and regroup with the gods about why their fuck-ups are allowing a husband to get harmed, and then work on the whole thing together. I mean, it's up to you guys. Or you could say, once again, my queen, Bonnie Annika. I just want the power bionic Bonnie Annika. Like, this shit is stupid. I don't want to sit in the fuck-up of a god that won't admit he fucked up, and now I can't even fucking fight against weirdos and take care of these countries that are being threatened. I get that. So you guys pick or choose, man. It's fine. I just would not ever assume a god is such a fucking loser. But after finding out that gods are going through quite a bit of things, after I found out that just like coronavirus pretty much hit the world, coronavirus pretty much hit everything and everyone in existence. So there's some shit stink everywhere, man, people. Everyone did something gross or bad against me and more and didn't want to admit to it. But it's a high price to pay. I'm a monumental god, which is why you should never even look in my direction unless you're going to do something good where you want a good, benefit. But that said, I get a fuck you every 5 seconds. Check the video. The videos lately, I'm just flipping them off as I leave the video because I'm just so damn tired of it. So short timer attitude, and I can fight back like it's nothing right away. So I'm kind of really attitudey. It's up to you guys what you guys want to think or do or build or become. This is just a pile of some shit to get through every which way. Monumental gods that created everything don't know what to even say or do. watching the sins and secrets of gods that are so sickening. I guess there's a loser in everything. But me, I don't know. I would never be a loser, man. I remember when I died so unthinkably at the hands of my stupid murdering son. And I wanted to just treat all the other kids like such shit because they were talking shit against me and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to be a fucking loser. So I went and killed myself till it's just beyond sickening. So I would just be more like a robot of death, fixated on what is good and smart and right, and just carry it out. That way, when my stupid kids that betrayed me and put me in that nightmare where I had to be at the mercy of a murder-happy child I created, I don't pop off at them. Instead, I look at them for what they're going through because they fucked me over and it brings bad upon everything. I look at them for what they're trying to do, to say, boy, I went against mom. Now she's getting murdered. Now I'm stuck at the mercy of a murder-happy son of hers, and I thought I thought he just wanted to instigate because she's a bitch tyranny, and now we're all stuck in this nightmare. And it made me look at my kids for the ups and downs and reality of what's real, and helped me to not get killed and get grouchy and just take it out on the kids. So I have done everything in death and beyond to be the perfection I would know I could be proud of, to be their mother, and know that I deserve that title. But sadly, they're my kids, and apparently they understand how to be fuck-ups. So, I mean, you guys can work with their fuck-ups, lecture about their fuck-ups, help them work on their fuck-ups. You can keep their powers in your bionics because you love them, want to believe in them, and find out their fuck-ups and their secrets and see if you still want to believe in them. And be like a boot camp motherfucker and say, you are a god that fucked up, but I worshipped you as a mom or a dad god. So let's get your powers in my bionics and let me as a husband work this through with you guys until we're invincible. Or, like I said, just Bonnie Annika powers in my bionics. I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm trying to take care of countries. It's up to you guys. I have no preference. I just want everybody to fly. But sometimes flying is being badass and doing it the hard way. It depends on what you guys like or want to be. If you guys want to think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen, a bunch of gods could probably develop dreams or preferences about what you would dream or wish in your wildest wishes and dreams as husbands. And you guys can just formulate which dreams you guys would prefer and pick that to carry out what happens. Because if you pick your wildest dreams with gods through my queen, my queen, my queen, they can put it into your soul and it'll just take over and make your life kind of go that way, which is always kind of nice and spoiled. And but you guys are the legendary husbands that made it and are victorious. So you guys can pick or choose. Nobody's gonna mind any which way. But for the other husband, okay, there's a husband that wants to build the community of the gods. And you're wondering how that would work when I'm sitting here living in this nightmare still. Yeah, okay, I guess the community of gods doesn't translate as fun because the point of the community of gods might be the fun that the Queen Mother sits on the ultimate chair. But if you want to build the community of gods, it still would be fun for the world to watch every other god and angel come in. And then you're a husband that wanted to talk about the fashion show. Okay, so I wanted a haunted house. So I wanted to create the ultimate haunted house fashion show, where very scary spiritual forces all the way to very beautiful, good spiritual forces could literally just sit among people watching an ultimate fashion show and ordering or buying whatever they wanted. And I wanted the most haunted, creepy, dark house rebuilt. And I wanted you to be able to walk through the house and buy jewelry or buy whatever and be able to sell or auction everything and anything that could be built or created. And I wanted to showcase vehicles and stuff. So I wanted a way to drive vehicles kind of up and over the house so that people could be invited and like it's a big party. So people could be invited like you're coming to a big party, and everybody gets to kind of walk through the house and watch big presentations and shows and order whatever they decide to order on demand. That's like an auction-y thing where you bid for the ticket and then you auction for the things you want, but the items will never exist again and are only created by gods and giants. So it's kind of like be a fun elite people kind of thing, but I don't know. A lot of husbands are like, this doesn't really come to life if the great Bonnie Annika is not in what's created. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I mean, well, humans would get excited just because gods and stuff are around. But I get what you're saying. When it's your creation, you kind of know exactly how to run it and how it would be. And I think that's what the husbands are trying to say. In a community of gods, somebody like me would have to organize how the gods run the community to be like a constant show for everybody. And that is true. And then when the fashion show would start, somebody like me who had dreamt it in the first place would be able to turn it into the most amazing show and presentations and stuff, because I had already dreamed about it for a long time. But you could still have gods everywhere, and it's still glamorous for humans to have a bunch of gods and something similar built. But you cannot do that because you cannot steal from a great god's creation ideas. So you can't steal from gods. Before I resurrected, you could steal from gods, but then you have to die and pay it all back, so it's not really worth it. So you couldn't steal it. You'd have to make a business deal with me to get exactly what I had wanted. The business deal would give me that partial or that percentage of ownership so it would run right with my powers. And I still think amazing gods in what's created would be fun. So it's up to you guys. Keep me posted.